Well, here we are on a Sunday afternoon, getting ready to take on the New York Liberty here today. Kendrick, not knowing if we're going to get a win or not. I don't know if the starting five already came out yet. I think it has already. And if I do this, I didn't tell you that AG is not in the starting lineup again, Kendrick. All your hard work did not work the other night. All your efforts didn't work the other night. She's
it might not didn't matter because you know who is in the starting lineup today. Your favorite player, Sabrina Ionescu. She is back and she is in the starting lineup today. Hello, friends. It's the show that will never end.
Oh, great! A future Toronto tempo in the lineup today.
Come inside. Wings and Liberty this afternoon. Wings are 3-3 on the season, 1-1 away from home. The Liberty
or future Portland Fire, one of the two.
Liberty 3-2. They're 1-1 from at home. Game can be seen on NBC or Peacock. The New York Liberty are favored by 7.5. It opened up as the same, and the line did not move. That lets you know what the betting line actually thinks of the Wings' chances of getting the dub tonight. Over and under tonight is 179.5. Games at the Barclays Center. Tickets are as low as $49, man. If you got $50, man, come on down to the Barclays Center. You see some empty seats and come watch the New York Liberty and Dallas Wings. Get it on this afternoon. Referees for tonight's game are Maja Forsberg, Randy Richardson, and Agon Osbach. Matchup predictor has the New York Liberty with a 72.9% chance of winning to Dallas is just 27.1% chance of winning. Excuse me. Injury report reads like this. Just for the New York Liberty, Lena Hamilton, she's out. Fire Birch, she's out. And Thornton Knox, she's also out for the New York Liberty today. Let's get to the pregame summary, if you will. After a BTA, that's built to ass, last Friday to the Dream, Coach Jose and the Wings head to what seems like another BTA this afternoon in Brooklyn against the Liberty. Can Paige, AZ, and Zaza, but you damn sure ain't getting nothing out of Enrique and Alana, pull off the upset against the return of Sabrina Ionescu, Datu, Brianna, and John Coyle? We'll find out. Today. Well, simple as this. The Wings are desperate for a win. The New York Liberty are desperate for a win. Somebody's gonna get proven wrong today. You got two angry teams coming off losses. We'll see what happens in Barclays this afternoon. Walt.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what happens in Barclays, Kendrick, because as you know, we coming off a hot L. Some people say due to some question coaching from the coach. You know, some people.
Yeah. Who would that be? Who said who questioned coach? Who dares question coach? Who dares question coach?
Yeah, that's the attitude he has too. I mean, well, we seen the same adage of AZ Fudd not in the starting lineup. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Some people, people who don't learn from their mistakes are just doomed to repeat them.
That is true. That is
doomed to repeat them. A wise man learns from other people's mistakes, but a smart man learns from his own mistakes. So I don't know which one the coach is at this point in time. But I'm excited, man. Excited. Looking to get is this our first look at New York this year, right? Jose said in the pregame press conference, AZ could be in the starting five down the road. Oh man, down the road. Kendrick,
Down the road.
Hey Kendrick, don't you live down the road? Don't you live down the road, Kendrick?
Well, I guess it certainly won't be any role involving Brooklyn.
What road is that?
Because she's not in the starting lineup. Listen,
hey Kendrick, don't you live down the road from me?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Now, just curious, how many minutes does it take you to get from your house to my house?
It takes about 25 minutes to get to.
Oh man, so down the road could range.
so you're saying within the next in the next 15 minutes, she could actually be from coming off the bench to starting in the next 15 minutes. If that's the case, if that's what we're talking about down the road, hey, okay, Jose.
Maybe the next 15 or 20 games, AZ could be what's name. She could be starting. I mean, 20. It's down the road. That's a very broad and wide statement by the coach. Down the road. I wonder how many could be 5 games, 10 games.
I wonder how the hell's gonna be between that road. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen, the bottom line is this.
He sounds like me.
We've seen it the last 2 games because of the starting lineup. And because of the mismatch in the starting lineup that you don't have your best 5 out there, they got away with it in Chicago, where it came off to a bad start, but they didn't get away with it against a contending team like the Atlanta Dream, and they won't get if they have the same bad start, especially with the returning Sabrina, they won't get away with it tonight. Listen, we talked about this. It's like hitting you. You know, I got another saying for you, Walt. You know the definition of insanity? The definition of insanity is keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting different outcomes. That's the definition of insanity. And it seems like we're living in insane times in the Dallas Wings organization. Listen, you drafted this girl number 1. Why in the world would you get a older, basically at this point in time in her career, backup point guard and Odyssey Sims starting? And like you said before, what's it's forcing to do is forcing Paige to play a whole lot more minutes because she doesn't have a backup point guard to get off the floor quicker than normal. And we talked about this. I talked about this, Walt. I don't want to hear about where her being on the ball, who's on the ball, who's off the ball. A point guard's job is to facilitate the ball to everybody, right? That's the point guard's job, right? That's why Odyssey Sims off in there. But why does Odyssey Sims is third on the team in assist to 2 of our starting teammates? That's Jessica and Paige. So apparently she's not even doing in the starting lineup, doing what she's supposed to do in the starting lineup. She's third in assist to Paige and Jessica. Like I said before, Jessica's basically a point forward. She can run the offense. So you need shooting out there. You need to open up the floor for Paige and Enrique, because God knows she needs it. So they can have easier shots, shot selection when they want to go 1-on-1 and pick and roll. And speaking of, here's AC on the NBC broadcast.
Oh, is she?
That's probably the closest she's actually going to see them getting on the floor this soon. But never here or there. But yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, she's sitting down, so she'll see that she'll get a lot of that start the game sitting down. But listen, you need space. You need space for them. You need somebody out there when you want to spray the ball, they can get it to you. Odyssey Sims can't get it to you. She's a backup at this point in time. And like I said, you don't have much shooting when she's not out there. Enrique is just a jacker. She jacks up shots, whether they go in or not. That's up to her. That's up to the basketball guys. Paige has a good shot. Odyssey, same thing. She's not a good 3-point shooter. She can hit them. Jessica isn't a 3-point shooter. She's just a point forward. Alana is a good 3-point shooter, but she can't stay on the floor because she goes into the building with 2 fouls already strapped to her hip. So in that case, you don't have a good starting 5 that can shoot the ball out there.
Well, I hate to interrupt you, but we do have the pregame interview, I believe. I'm sorry, from I believe this is Ballers Magazine. They have posted. So let's hear what Jose had to say in this pregame interview. I know you like
Is
this.
his body language better?
Like this as a measuring stick, just
Debatable.
considering the title contention narrative that surrounds the Liberty.
Well, the biggest thing for us here's it's our third one on this road trip.
Mhm.
So we'll learn a lot about ourselves after today. I think, this was a long trip, and getting a good win on the road at Chicago against a very good defensive team and not playing so well in Atlanta. So bouncing back after a short turnaround. Then we'll get back. We'll have tomorrow off, and we'll have a couple days to get ready for the shoot around to get ready for Vegas. But it's still early in the year. As far as measuring stick, right? We're still trying to figure us out.
Mm-hmm.
But good question. Ducky Fresh, what's up, baby?
Well, they submitted all these plays yesterday. You're demonstrating on me, and they're all called fouls. Best to
No surprise.
yeah. You've obviously coached most of these players against most of these players in college.
Yeah.
What is something you've learned about some of them as pros now that you may not have known when you were getting ready to coach?
No, I think the biggest thing, the basketball IQ, the level of IQ of them seeing things, two, three different paces before it happens. Also, to be in this league and to stay in this league, the amount of time that you spend on your craft and on your game. Those are the two biggest things that I knew that coming to this level I'd see, but to the extent of it, it's been very, very impressive.
What have you noticed about how teams are guarding Paige in year two?
Well, when she's off the ball, she's getting top-sided a lot, right? And she's getting full denial. She's getting blown up off of handoffs, pick and roll situations. She's getting trapped. So I think, the more that we can run her off different screens and misdirections to try and get her in some space. But then when the ball's in her hands and she's at the point guard spot, once she gives it up, teams are making it very difficult for her to get it back. Or off of any DHO, they blow it up, or any ball screen action, they trap her to get it out of her hands. So we just got to do a good job getting the ball where it needs to get to and making extra passes.
What are some players easy getting more comfortable out on the floor?
Well, game by game, I think that you've seen how comfortable she's getting, right? And both on the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball. So I think, again, teams are doing a really, really good job on her defensively, right? They're not lateral helping off of her, right? Any flare screen, they're going over the top, right? But the thing I've been most impressed with her is, she gives us such a big lift when we go to her off the bench, right? Because she can shoot it, she can space the floor, she can create off the bounce. But defensively, that's something that she's gotten so much better.
I was a couple of things trying to build off of Jackie's questions. First, just offensively, the trio of Ari Gay and AZ and Page, it's real early, obviously, from a numbers perspective. But they're at a 137 offensive rating. I mean, what are you seeing that's allowing them to be as successful as they are, and what are kind of the biggest things that need to improve within that trio? Yeah,
I think when you look at numbers, you really got to take a deep dive into numbers. When all three of them are on the floor together, the numbers don't lie. You're right. And right now is finding the right rotations and the right people, the right group in place, right? Because there's only a certain amount of minutes in the game, and we're very, very deep, right? So there's also, when some folks are in the game, it's also who they're playing against, right? Because I know the numbers with Odyssey, Enrique, Page, Alana, and Jess aren't where a lot of people seem that they say that where those numbers should be, right? But they're going against the other team's ones. So when we go to our bench, our bench is very deep and talented. So when our twos go against somebody else's twos, you see the plus minus. There's a big gain in that. And there is a higher offensive and defensive rating because of the strength of our bench. So it's meant now it's managing the right group, especially down the stretch in the third and fourth quarter.
And that's really sort of a related question.
Yeah.
That when you add Jess into the mix, the
Mhm.
rating is still incredibly high. She's always been a good passer, but her assist percentage is now at 30% so far this year. Does it feel sustainable to be able to have significant minutes with the three of them, and as part of what makes that possible, that Jess is facilitating, allows all three to effectively be off the bench?
The good thing is with Jess, because the way that we play, the only time we outlet to our point guards after a made basket, right? So we play pretty free in different type of system in regards to she gets it off the glass. Now she starts to break. That's why she's able to pass and get into some DHOs and reversals and get downhills, and we can set some inverted ball screens for her as well. So, after this road trip, it's going to be good to come down and back to Dallas and have 2 days of practice, day of shoot around. I think after 7 games, we have some really good numbers on what units are play the best with each other, right? And from an analytics standpoint, I think now we got a good stretch, right? Because the one thing that you don't want to do is go ahead and go from one game to another to another to another in regards to different lineups starting the game. So, but that's something we're gonna definitely take a look at after this game once we get back to Dallas.
This draft class had the most parity in recent years, especially when it comes to the number 1 and number 2 pick.
Right.
That's been something that's been discussed by you guys a ton.
Okay.
Over these first people who are questioning how Olivia Miles could have potentially worked with this system and the selection of AZ Bud instead of Olivia.
Well, I mean, we talked about that. It was for our franchise, and we said it, we have never wavered that for our franchise. AZ was the number 1 pick and was the best fit for our team and our style of play and the way that we wanted to play. I mean, that answer hasn't changed from when we drafted AZ, and we're in 7 games now. So from the outside looking in, a lot of people don't know what's in the locker room or what goes on in practice and everything like that. But we needed to address the need of 3-point shooting. We needed another high caliber guard that was going to be able to space the floor and shoot the 3. And that was easy.
Building on the sample size, the only team you played twice is Atlanta. And, you're talking about how some defenses are really, effective at blowing up actions and that nature. Just what can you learn from those 2 games against Atlanta? Kind of that there.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the 7 games that the 2 exhibitions and the 6 that we played, and today is going to be 7. Atlanta's guards gave us a lot of problems with Canada and Gray and Howard's size, right? And Reese and others. But I mean, it's a credit to who they are and how they're coached and the job that Carl does. Both times we've played against them, we didn't shoot the ball particularly well, and Atlanta had a lot to do with that. So I'm not taking anything away from Atlanta.
Sorry about that. But just to kind of circle back on it, do you think that there is enough size in that guard trio to be a closing lineup, to be a consistent primary lineup for you? Obviously, all 3 are sort of capable, all 3 are capable of facilitating as well. But have you seen enough to say, hey, we can match up there, or are there matchups where it's going to be well?
Yeah, and that's the thing with some big lineups. We'll probably have to look at Maddie at the 3 or a walk at the 3, right? But it's still really, really early in the year. But yeah, that was a concern. How are you going to play Paige Enrique and AZ together, where you're how are you going to get stops and how are you going to rebound? But the same thing, I mean, we're tough to guard on the other end as well.
Last question.
Hi, Coach. Thank you for taking the time.
Yep.
You've said so often how Azzy was a true fit at this point. So
Yep.
with that in mind, how have you seen her justify that #1 pick status in a way that perhaps might not show up in the box score or the stat sheet?
I don't understand your question in regards to what justifying us taking her #1.
Yes, how have you seen her live up to that reputation, basically?
I mean, well, she's going to have a great career, right? I think a lot of people are looking at it as her success, whether she's starting or she's not starting, right? And I'm not going to talk about what she's gone through or how she did miss a game, right? And her minutes are going to continue to increase, right? And we also, other teams, when she comes in, are going to prepare for her because of how talented she is and how well she can space the floor. But she's shown that she can create off the dribble and she can defend. She's going to be a major piece of our success this year. So as her minutes increase and her productivity will increase, do you see that lineup that we talked about earlier possibly being, starting us off? Yeah, possibly. So we'll see what happens.
Appreciate your time and insight.
Yeah,
Jose, thank
you got it.
you.
That was Jose Fernandez. Kendrick looks very restless as that press conference was going on. Kendrick, what was going through your mind as you did not seem engaged or interested in what the coach was saying there? What's going through your mind right now?
We're about to start the game, man. I don't. We don't have time, man. I want to.
Yeah, go ahead. No, we got time. We've got time.
This guy clueless. He's not going to beat up. He's not going to last long. You can just see it. He's not going to last.
Hold on. Well, before you just go ahead, keep talking. I just want to put that up on the screen.
He's not going. He's not going. This dude's clueless. I mean, he's. It's not. It's part of it is arrogance and ego. The other part is he just damn clueless. How you and part of this is Kurt.
Coach is clueless.
Part of this is Kurt Miller's fault. How do you sign a guy who's supposed to be this experience of a coach, yet he's talking about how he's got to get used to the basketball IQ and the quickness. You don't never want to hear that from you hear that from your players. That's okay to hear from AZ Fudge, who's a rookie, but it's not okay to hear from a guy who's been coaching basketball for 30 years that he didn't know the how players improve from college to the pros. Like, you don't want to hear that. It sounds like your coach trying to catch up to the game. And the fact of the matter, these were great questions, by the way. Kudos.
I was going to say these were some good questions in New York.
Kudos. Listen, we called you out, and obviously you heard us. Quit asking them these.
Whoa, you called them out.
Okay, I called you out. Kudos. You quit asking these honey bun questions.
No, that wasn't Dallas media though. That was New York media who was asking them questions. That was the New York media.
Asking them these honey bun questions and asking them why in the world or with the numbers, because they read out the numbers to him. With Enrique, AZ, and Page out there, they have the highest point plus minus than any other of the three guard alignments he haven't. We'll have to look into that. No, it's right there in front of you, man. It's right. They just gave it to you. How you don't know that, and then that comes back. It's just a bunch of arrogance right there. So how you don't know that is God. It's God ignorant to me. The fact of the matter is that they had to tell him about. He said, "Well, we're trying to look at a different bunch of lineups and this. You're the coach. You should know how to. This is what we criticize you about, not knowing your rotations. It shouldn't have to go into game 7 and you have a size differential problem. You should have knew that at the start of the season. You had a size problem. And the fact of the matter is you're not addressing it. You know that Maddie needs to be playing at some parts when they're playing bigger teams. She needs to be playing the 3. You know, a walk. Any basketball aficionado with common sense would know a walk needs to be playing aside Jessica or playing beside Alana. The combination, but obviously, or even Lee. But obviously, he doesn't. He has to be told that by the media up there. That's what's crazy about this, and that's what's fearing to me about this. That this guy is basically clueless about how rotations work, how plus minus works. He just going off it by the seat of his pants about gut feeling. You can't have coaches. Well, you can't have a coaching.
I
head
told
coach.
you. I tried to warn y'all. This was a problem when you didn't start AZ for game 1. I told you.
You
I told you this guy was a problem, and everybody told me I was crazy. It's just one game.
Okay,
Don't overreact.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt. It was game 1.
Right.
I can't do that now because you see the back.
Kendrick, I saw the forest for the trees in game 1. How do you draft somebody number 1 and don't even barely give them minutes in the first game, and then they don't play the second game?
And let's cool off this. I don't know what that is. I'm not saying that maybe she's hurt, but listen, she walked in the building game 2. She walked fine. She walked past our show. Looked like she wasn't laboring. And you know the reason why I can say that? Because later on that evening, she did a TikTok dance. If you got a hurt knee, if your knee is hurt or swollen or you're not doing TikTok dances at the end of games in the back. So
sound like some hurt feelings.
So
why she didn't play that game?
So somebody's got to be telling not true. I'm not going to call it by a liar, but somebody's got to be some not truths being told around here. So
something in the milk. I told you something in the milk wasn't clean.
Something obviously going on that's going beyond basketball because the basketball says she should be starting. There's no way Odyssey Sims should be starting. You can't talk about minutes when you talk about her minutes going to go. When you're playing Enrique and she's 1 of 11, she's not playing any defense. She's not even hustling. She's got more turnovers than she actually assists, but you play her to end the game knowing she had nothing. And you can't come back and say, oh, well, we go on base who's playing well.
What did you just say? What don't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse.
Come out in the rinse. That's BS, dude. And you sounding stupid right now. I hate to call Coach stupid, but you sound stupid right. Me and Walton literally watch the games. Walton knows basketball. I know basketball. I mean, I know much, but I know ball. And I know that I know you sitting up there, you're starting a player that doesn't need that's not a starter in this league. And I'm trying to figure out why. When you have a better player, a better shooter, better defender, better off the ball, better on the ball than what you got out there. You can't explain that to me. And
I know that when you draft somebody number 1, that they're supposed to be playing big minutes, and heavy minutes.
Yeah, so
and should be in crucial points of the game.
It should be cool. So I don't know. The game's about to start. That was just mind numbing. I don't listen, Kurt. I'm gonna say this again. It's okay to be wrong. It's not as long as you're not wrong. Not as long as you're not wrong another time. It's okay. But we literally fired the last guy because he was clueless about the job he was doing. That's what I was told. And so we hired this guy who's had a lot of experience. I suggest the next guy or woman you hire, let's get her from the W. Let's get actually not college coach or trying to reinvent. Let's get her from the actual organization.
Christy Sides, where are you? We need you. Please come save us.
The league, so we don't have to have a job. So we don't have to have a job improvement on a new head coach and trying to have to learn. Because basically, Coach Jose admitted that he's learning on the job. He's basically learning on the job.
Or learning on the fly.
On the fly as we go. So it's not so even if the team's playing as well, we can't go because Coach Jose, we have to wait on Coach Hay to figure it out because he's trying to get used to rotations and the IQ of the game. So apparently basically we at the mercy of the head coach. God damn. I'm talking.
It's like the Cowboys all over again.
This is Jason Garrett all over again. This is literally Jason Garrett all over again. This is Jason Garrett all over again. We're
Damn.
literally having on-the-job training for the head coach. All right, the game's about to start. Walt, who you got tonight?
Thank you.
Who you got? Who you got this afternoon, Walt?
Oh, of course. Give me the wings.
Yeah, give me the Liberty.
Not afraid no New York Liberty.
Give me the Liberty. Listen. They got the starting lineup back. They're taller, bigger, stronger. Apparently, their coach don't have to worry about rotations. He puts the best five on the floor and goes from there. And he's not worried about the basketball IQ and worry about what the players are doing and having to adjust himself for it. So give me the Liberty.
I may even be ugly, but dear God, I'm here. I'm here.
Sums it up.
Yeah.
I am here.
Yeah. These hot heels are here too. Yeah. Madison Booker, here we come, baby. You thought we forgot about you.
All right, man. Well, all right, man. We'll be back in the post game. Let's see how this thing goes.
All right. Hey, Cowboys, Mavs, Rangers, Stars, and Wings fans. It's me, Kendrick, here. I know the season may not or may be going exactly how you want it or not. But hey, like and subscribe to all those bFb DFW content to see me. I mean, forget about the other guys, because I'm the real star here. But hey, if you want to see Walt, Shams, and Vosh, that's okay. That's okay. But remember, it's all about me. So still, like and subscribe for, me and the other guys. Okay.